So the first module that I'd like to talk to you about is the 1073. This is a Class A design which comes from the early 70s and was used in such consoles as the BCM10 and the 8014. It has a mic input and a line input. It has a fixed frequency for the HF. It has 6 frequencies for the mid band and 4 frequencies for the low frequency band. It also has a high pass filter. This pre has lovely qualities to it in that it's got a really warm sound. It's still quite open, but it's got a lovely warm sound which really warms up, you know, your digital recordings and stuff like that. But also it's got a really good mic pre which is very difficult to overload, so it can be driven very hard and you can still get a good sound out of it. So one of the major important things that we had to deal with the reintroduction of the classic modules was to get the specifications exactly right to the originals. In order to do this, we had to source the original manufacturer's components. This was very difficult, and we had a lot of trouble making sure that all the components that we had to reintroduce performed to the specification that Neve had laid down, of which incidentally only Neve know. Nobody else knows this. So this was important that we got this right and that we made it perform exactly the same, because as you know, lots and lots of people have 1073s and 1084s racked up which have come out of old consoles, but they would have been, when those old consoles have been produced, they would have gone through a thorough tests and rigorous tests to make sure that they performed exactly for frequency, response, noise and distortion, and we had to make sure that that happened again. So we have been meticulous about the sourcing of the components and the construction and the wiring to make sure that what you buy as a new classic is exactly what was designed and built in the early days of Neve in the mid-70s.